the dark secret in Cardi B and Stefon Diggs' relationship no one knows about. From the outside, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs look like the definition of power, passion, and mystery. Two icons from completely different worlds, music and football, colliding in a way that sent the internet into a frenzy. Fans dissected every glance, every appearance, every cryptic post. The chemistry was undeniable. The energy? Electric. But behind the flashing cameras, viral headlines, and glamorous smiles, there was a secret. A secret so heavy, so emotional, that only a handful of people even suspected it existed. And until now, no one knew the full story. It started before anyone was watching. Long before rumors hit social media, before blogs whispered their names in the same sentence, Cardi and Stefon had already crossed paths, quietly, privately, intentionally. Their first real connection didn't happen under bright lights or at a flashy event. It happened during a moment of personal vulnerability for both of them. Cardi was coming off one of the most emotionally exhausting periods of her life. Fame had never protected her from heartbreak, betrayal, or public judgment. Behind the confidence and humor was a woman guarding her heart fiercely, unsure if she could trust again. Stefon, on the other hand, was carrying his own weight, pressure from his career, expectations from fans, and a deep desire to be seen as more than just an athlete. He had learned the hard way that attention doesn't equal loyalty. When they connected, it wasn't fireworks at first. It was understanding. Late-night conversations. Unfiltered honesty. Two people recognizing pain in each other's voices. And that's where the secret began. The promise they made in silence. Early on, Cardi and Stefon made a pact: no matter what happened between them, certain things would never become public. Why? Because what they shared in those early moments wasn't about romance alone. It was about healing. There was a moment, one insiders describe as life-altering, when Cardi opened up about something that had deeply shaken her trust. Something that made her question love, loyalty, and even her own instincts. Stefon didn't interrupt. Didn't judge. Didn't offer empty reassurance. He simply listened. And then he shared his own truth, something he had never trusted the public with. A fear that success had cost him something he might never get back: peace. That night, they promised each other something rare in celebrity relationships. Whatever happens between us, this stays ours. No leaks. No clout. No headlines. Just truth. Why the relationship looked on and off. Fans noticed it immediately. 1 minute, things seemed intense. The next, distance. Silence. Confusion. But what no one realized was that the push and pull wasn't drama. It was protection. Every time the spotlight got too close, Cardi would pull back, not because she didn't care, but because she was terrified of losing something that felt real. Stefon, meanwhile, struggled with wanting to stand proudly beside her, while also respecting the boundaries she desperately needed. There were nights they argued, not about jealousy, not about cheating, but about how much of themselves they were willing to risk. More than once, they almost walked away. Not because love wasn't there, but because the secret they shared made walking away feel safer than exposing it. The moment that changed everything. There was one incident, never reported, never leaked, that insiders say almost ended it for good. A situation arose where the truth could have come out. Where silence would have been easier, but betrayal even easier. Stefon was given a choice. Protect himself. Or protect them. And he chose them. That decision, quiet, unseen, unrewarded, changed how Cardi saw him forever. For the first time in a long time, she didn't feel like she had to perform strength. She could just be. Why fans sense the intensity. This is why, when Cardi speaks about loyalty, her voice changes. Why Stefon looks different when her name is mentioned. Why their connection feels deeper than surface-level attraction. They aren't bonded by clout. They're bonded by survival. They saw each other when no one else was allowed to look. And that's the dark secret no one talks about. Their relationship wasn't built in the spotlight, it was forged in silence, fear, and emotional truth. Where they stand now. Whether they last forever or not, one thing is undeniable. What Cardi B and Stefon Diggs shared changed them both. Some relationships are loud. Some are flashy. And some are powerful precisely because they remain unseen. And maybe, just maybe, that secret is what made their bond so real. Warning disclaimer, the following story is a work of fiction, created purely for entertainment purposes. It does not claim to state real facts about Cardi B or Stefon Diggs. Any similarities to real events are coincidental. The dark secret in Cardi B and Stefon Diggs' relationship no one knows about. To the outside world, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs look like pure fire and chemistry, two powerful, confident stars colliding in a way nobody saw coming. Every public appearance sparks rumors. Every smile ignites the internet. Every silence raises eyebrows. But behind the flashing cameras, viral headlines, and couple goals, whispers. There's a dark secret that only a very small circle knows about. And if it ever came out, it would change everything. The connection that started too fast. People close to them always say the same thing. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. Cardi and Stef didn't just fall for each other, they collided during a period when both were emotionally vulnerable. Cardi was still healing from deep emotional wounds. Stef was fighting battles no one saw, pressure, expectations, and a past he hadn't fully escaped. What started as private conversations, late-night calls, and emotional venting quickly became something dangerously intense. Not love at first sight. Trauma bonding. The night everything changed. There was one night, never posted, never leaked, never spoken about publicly. A night when voices were raised, tears were shed, and a decision was made. That would bind them together forever. According to insiders, that night involved a confession neither expected, a truth that could damage careers, and a promise that could never be broken. That's when the secret was born. Not a scandal. Not cheating. Something much heavier. Why they sometimes look distant. Fans have noticed it. One day they seem inseparable. The next, cold, quiet, distant. That's because the secret isn't just something they hide from the public. It hangs between them. Every disagreement threatens it. Every misunderstanding reopens the wound. Every emotional moment risks it slipping out. Sources say Cardi sometimes pulls away not because she doesn't care, but because she's afraid. Afraid of what would happen if the truth ever escaped. Stef Diggs' silence speaks volumes. Stef Diggs is known for intensity on the field, but in private, he's guarded. Those close to him say he refuses to talk about certain dates. He avoids specific topics connected to Cardi. He gets visibly uncomfortable when journalists push too hard. Why? Because he knows the secret doesn't just affect him. It could hurt Cardi deeply, emotionally, professionally, publicly. And he made a promise. Cardi B's tears are not just about love. When Cardi gets emotional, when she breaks down, cries, or goes silent, fans assume it's about romance. But insiders say her tears often come from fear. Fear of losing control of the narrative. Letting her guard down too much. Loving someone who knows her darkest truth. Because this secret, it's not just something that happened. It's something they share responsibility for. Why they can't just walk away? People ask. If it's that complicated, why not leave? Simple. Walking away would mean the secret no longer has protection. Emotions would spiral. Trust would shatter. Their relationship isn't held together by passion alone. It's held together by mutual silence. The real reason the internet hasn't caught on In today's world, nothing stays hidden forever. So how has this stayed buried? Because no text messages exist. No photos were taken. No third party fully knows the entire truth. Only Cardi. Only Stef. And one silent agreement. Will the secret ever come out? That depends on one thing. How the relationship ends, if it ever does. As long as they remain connected, the secret stays locked. But if betrayal, heartbreak, or anger ever enters the picture, all bets are off. And the same love that keeps the secret hidden could become the reason it finally explodes. Final thought. Cardi B and Stefan Diggs aren't just another rumored couple. They're two powerful people bound by something deeper than love. And darker than the public will ever imagine. And until the day the truth comes out, every smile, every hug, every emotional moment is only half the story.
쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주 행비행 신비한 세계로 나를 이끌고 거짓말처럼 하늘을 날며 어느새 제주 바다가 내게로 와 있네. 다른 나는 아래를 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주 행비행 신비한 세계로 나를 이끌고 거짓말처럼 하늘을 날며 어느새 제주 바다가 내게로 와 있네. 있어. 아래엔 간혹 도시가 보이곤 해. 그 도시에는 또 다른 내가 하늘에 떠가는 비행기를 올려다보고 있겠지. 난 하늘을 보고 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주행 비행 신비한 세계로 나를 이끌고 거짓말처럼